How do you hate someone you've never met? Anger doesn't suit a pretty girl like you.
My voice cracked a bit as I spoke, my emotions threatening to spill over. Because no one's taking my dad's place. Ever. Even if my mom hates me now. A few tears escaped before I could stop them, and I wiped them away. Hi, my name is Sky, and this is my perfect family's crazy story. But before I begin, I have a question for you. What's your family's most perfect memory? Drop it below in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Confession Diary, the biggest channel for all things real, raw, and unforgettable. Like you might have guessed, I had the best parents ever. Mom and Dad were like peanut butter and jelly, always together. And just like most girls, I was Daddy's little princess and got everything I wanted. Daddy, can I have that teddy bear?
The small one?
Yes!
Of course, honey. Shopkeeper, pack all these teddies. My baby loves them.
Besides buying me a billion toys, my parents were always making sure I had a blast. We went crazy on Halloween, had picnics at the park, and had movie nights under the stars. Every night, Dad tucked me into bed and read me stories.
Good night, superstar.
Good night, Daddy. It was perfect. Just perfect. Until one day, it just wasn't. I had just turned 8 when Dad said he was going on a super important business trip. I'll miss you.
Me too, superstar, but I'll see you soon.
Dad gave Mom and me one last kiss and hug before he hopped into the car and drove off, but he never came back. At first, we waited. I imagined him walking through the door with that big grin, lifting me into a bear hug and spinning me around just like he always did. Every day I had the same question for Mom, and she had the same answer for me. When is Dad coming back, Mom? Oh, soon, sweetie. He'll be back in no time. But I could see the sadness in her eyes. Mom tried everything. She called the police a million times, went to every hospital, and covered the whole town with flyers with Dad's picture. But nothing. Days blurred into weeks, and weeks dragged into months. He's never coming home, is he? Oh, baby, I pray that he does. And my heart broke into pieces. After a year, even though we never stopped hoping, things felt different. One afternoon, I came home from school and found Mom in the kitchen with an older man going through paperwork. Hi, sweetheart. This is Mr. Knight, our lawyer. He's here for me to transfer my name onto Dad's properties, houses, and apartments. From that moment, I knew Dad was never coming back, and Mom and I had to get used to Dad not being here. Slowly, we became a dynamic duo, like Batman and Robin. Mom took pictures of everything, creating new memories for us. Sky, this one's definitely going in the scrapbook. Mom, you can't add that. Oh, I can and I will. But my fave thing to do with Mom was when she tucked me in at night and we'd talk about Dad. Do you think Dad's watching over us? Of course he is. He loves you so much, Sky. Around this time, we also found a new hobby, going to the theater. And that's when I found my greatest passion in life, acting. I joined the theater club at school, snagging all the lead roles. As I grew older, I did everything to make Mom proud of me. Straight A's, honor roll every year, sports champion. My own joy was acting, and Mom was really supportive of that too. Heck, she was my biggest fan. But then when I was around 16, everything changed practically overnight. First, Mom bailed on me during one of the biggest plays of my life so far. I practiced for months and was thrilled to have snagged the lead role, but on the big night, Mom was a no-show. I came home disappointed and furious. Mom, where were you? I had a last-minute hair appointment that I couldn't miss. A hair appointment? Did that really matter more than the biggest night of my life? I heard scouts might have been there. But that wasn't all. She started canceling our movie night under the stars. It's something we've been doing forever, Mom. What could be more important? But she didn't even reply. Her eyes were glued to her phone. But what hurt the most was when we stopped talking about Dad. Sky, can't we talk about something fun? Actually, I don't want to talk. I'm busy doing my nails. At that point, I was torn between confusion and anger, feeling like I was fading from her life, and it scared me to death. Mom's salon trips happened more often, and she was all into short dresses and flashy makeup like some teenager. It felt like she was trying to be someone she wasn't, and I didn't just hate it, I mega hated it. Then one time, the most insane thing happened. Mom was sitting on the porch trying to get a suntan when her phone pinged. Grab my phone from the counter, please, honey. But as I reached for it, I noticed an app icon, Tinder. I froze. Tinder? A dating app? I felt like the air had been knocked out of me. Just then, her phone pinged again and a notification popped up. What the heck? Was this her way of moving on? Mom would never do that to Dad. But there it was, that stupid notification glaring at me. Sky, Mom called again, breaking my thoughts. I hustled towards her and shoved the phone into her hand. Here you go. I headed back into the house. I felt super betrayed, like she was trying to forget Dad. Dad was gone and I felt like I was on the verge of losing Mom too. I needed a second opinion, so I decided to hop online using a fake name and posted my question. Should I be worried about Mom being on Tinder? Almost immediately, the responses started flooding in. They were downright horrifying. OMG! There's no way I'm letting some Tinder fool come between Mom and my loving Dad. I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. Am I not enough for her? About 2 weeks later, we went grocery shopping, but Mom was dressed like a total eye candy. Ugh, it was so embarrassing. And then I saw this aisle guy flirting with her. You know the type. Tall, dark, and handsome with that I'm totally trying to act cool while flirting vibe. Ugh, as if I wanted to throw up. There was no way I was putting up with that in front of me. Pickles again? Mom, you fart like a warthog after eating them. Last time the neighbors thought we were hiding a dead body. Mom looked super embarrassed, and the guy's grin vanished faster than ice cream on a hot day. I struggled not to laugh as he sped away. On the way home, Mom lectured me about public fart talk, all while chomping on pickles in the AC and farting. Somebody help me! But I hoped Mom would get the idea that she was embarrassing me by acting my age, and boy, was I wrong. A week later, disaster struck. What I heard made my jaw drop. I'd love to go on a date with you this Friday. What was up with Mom? I knew I had to stop this. So on Friday, I decided to hide all her makeup and leave a little gift of my own. When Mom was all dolled up, she gave me a quick wave before heading out the door. As soon as she left, I followed Mom to an outdoor cafe where she was chatting up some guy who looked like he'd been hit with a bag of bricks. Ugh, Mom really downgraded from Dad. And then I saw it. The trick makeup had begun to transform, turning Mom into a total clown. Caught off guard, her date spat his drink right into Mom's face. Mom's perfect date? Totally over. After that date, Mom finally stopped trying to go out on dates. I was so relieved that she was back to normal and I could finally focus on my theater and studies again. But of course, there was no way I could be so lucky. One afternoon, I was coming from the library when I saw the horror of all horrors. I saw Mom in a cafe with Mr. Thompson, my math teacher. Wait, were they on a date? Blah! Gross times infinity! And then things got super crazy. Mom began eating pickles dipped in peanut butter and mayo. Do you want some, sweetheart? No thanks, I'll pass. Another morning, Mom was in the bathroom throwing up, and a few days after that, I caught her sneaking off to the doctor's office with Mr. Thompson. Then it dawned on me. Weird food, secretly visiting doctors, morning sickness. My mom was pregnant, and it was my math teacher's fault! No! That morning, I confronted Mom. How could you do this to me? I hate you! What are you talking about? I know you're pregnant with Mr. Thompson's baby! Mom almost choked as she stared at me. What? No! Oh yeah? Then what's with all the weird foods and the sickness? It was just a little food poisoning, and Mr. Thompson is an old college friend. Besides, who I date is none of your business, young lady. Don't you ever question me like that again. For a second, I was stunned, but then it really dawned on me. Mom was tired of me. She didn't love me anymore. Devastated, I decided to head out and found myself at the cinema. I decided to watch a movie to clear my head. The main character was about to slip a spider into her mom's boyfriend's underwear drawer. If it were me, he would have gotten a snake. The guy next to me chuckled softly.
A snake? Your mom's boyfriend is that bad, huh?
She doesn't even have one yet, but I know I'll hate him when I meet him.
How do you hate someone you've never met? Anger doesn't suit a pretty girl like you.
My voice cracked a bit as I spoke, my emotions threatening to spill over. Because no one's taking my dad's place. Ever. Even if my mom hates me now. A few tears escaped before I could stop them, and I wiped them away.
Hey, maybe after the movie I can treat you to some ice cream, and you can tell me all about this guy who'll never live up to your dad.
After the movie, we actually did go for ice cream. His name was Ryan, and talking to him was like catching up with an old friend. He listened, like really listened, and his voice, soft and calm, like he really cared about every word. When he dropped me off that night, we agreed to hang out again, and over the next few weeks, we just clicked. And then one day, he asked me to be his girl, and well, I said yes. Then one evening after spending an amazing day with Ryan, things at home took a nosedive. Mom, what's all this? Sweetheart, I'm dating this amazing guy and I've invited him over for a special birthday dinner. Before I could protest, the doorbell rang and Mom ran to open it. Standing there was a tall guy with striking red hair and a smile that made my skin crawl. Hey, Zane. This is my daughter, Sky.
Hey, superstar. It's nice to finally meet.
Don't ever call me that! My blood boiled. That nickname was reserved solely for my dad. Who did this guy think he was? Mom gasped in shock, but I didn't care. I was so sick and tired of Mom trying to erase Dad's memories. Sky, what is wrong with you? Me? I shot back. You're the one acting all young and flirty like Dad meant nothing to you. He does, but life has to go on, Sky. Is that why you're spending all Dad's money on your jerk boyfriends? I'm not blind. And you're not the only one who hates me. I hate you too. I stormed off to my room, collapsing onto my bed as tears streamed down my face like a waterfall. I miss you so much, Daddy. I wish you were here. To my shock, though, Mom acted like nothing was wrong. Instead, over the next few weeks, Mom was always Zane this, Zane that, like me and my feelings didn't even exist. My excitement for school plays? Gone. Grades? Sliding faster than a cartoon on a banana peel.
Babe, you need to talk to her. You can't keep going like this. I hate seeing you so miserable.
Why should I? She's the mother. She should know when I'm hurt.
Please, just talk to her.
I'll think about it. But honestly, how do I talk to someone who no longer sees me or my dad as an important part of her life? That night, I was aimlessly scrolling through social media thinking about what Ryan said when I saw him, Zane, using a different name, Greg Taylor. As I stalked his page, I discovered he had a girlfriend in another city. What a sleazeball! I knew Mom wouldn't believe me if I told her, and if I told Ryan I was planning to use this to break them up, he'd just try to stop me. So I kept it all to myself. In just a few days, Zane's girlfriend would be in town, and that would be the perfect moment to expose him for the jerk he really was. When Zane's girlfriend was in town, I saw on his profile that they were heading to an art gallery opening. I convinced Mom to come with me, and I disguised it as a fun mother-daughter day out, and she was totally thrilled. When we arrived at the art gallery, there he was with her draped on his arm, laughing and flirting. Mom, isn't that Zane? I was barely able to keep the bitterness out of my voice. Mom froze, her eyes glued to the sight of him. After a few seconds, she turned and bolted out of there, tears streaming down her cheeks. My heart ached for her, but I knew I had done the right thing. That night, I finally came clean with Ryan about stalking Zane and what occurred at the art gallery tonight.
You could have talked to your mom first instead of ambushing her like that. And what did Zane ever do to you for you to hate him this much?
He's trying to take my dad's place. Mom is always gushing about that loser.
So, in other words, your mom is happy and finally living the life she deserves after mourning your dad for a good 8 years?
I opened my mouth to protest, but no sound came out.
Sky, I love you, but I've never realized how selfish you are. I'm sorry, but I can't be with a girl like you.
What? He left me this instantly? Didn't Ryan love me? I felt as though someone had ripped my heart out of my chest. Maybe I should have spoken to Mom instead of plotting this whole thing. Now I've lost everyone I've ever really cared about. Over the next 2 weeks, Mom hid away in her room, either crying or sleeping, while I tried calling and texting Ryan, but he refused to respond. I felt worse than ever. I decided to head over to Ryan's place. I needed him to forgive me, and honestly, I needed his help to fix the mess I'd made. I'd never been inside his house, though we'd hung out on the front porch a few times. As I walked up, nerves had me rehearsing what I'd say 1,000 times. When I reached the door, it was already cracked open. Standing there was Zane, talking to another man with the same striking red hair that he had. What was Zane doing here? Was he Ryan's dad?
Greg, I don't get it. Stacy won't take my calls and she blocked me on, well, everything. Bro, I don't know what to do.
Greg? Why did that name sound familiar?
If you really love her, you'll figure it out, man. Don't let this slip away. Stacy is amazing. She's smart and funny, and her laugh, oh, it lights up the room. I thought she was the one. I miss her a lot.
Zane genuinely cared for Mom. Guilt washed over me, smothering the anger I'd felt just days ago. I didn't want Mom to forget Dad, but I also didn't want Mom to be unhappy either. Just then, the door was yanked open, and I gasped as the two men looked at me stunned. There's two of you? Before I could register what was going on, Ryan walked up to the other man.
Hey, Dad, I got the...
I staggered back. Dad? Ryan looked at me as though I had the head of a platypus. My mind raced as I pieced it together. So, if he's your dad, then he's...
My Uncle Zane.
Oh, crap.
You know each other? She's my ex.
Ryan said it casually as though he was just mentioning the weather. This was too much. I needed to get away. I spun on my heels and hurried down the driveway.
Sky!
Zane called after me. I hesitated but turned around.
Can I come over and talk to your mom today?
Sure. Be there at 5. I should have felt relieved, but all I felt was anxious. Will Ryan tell his uncle that I was the mastermind behind the whole breakup scheme? And if Mom found out, I might as well pack my bags and move to a deserted island because she'd never forgive me. By 5 p.m. sharp, the doorbell rang and I opened it to Zane, Greg, and Ryan. I ushered them inside, avoiding eye contact with them. Mom, you've got visitors. I don't want to see anyone, Sky. Send them up. She stopped mid-sentence when she saw them standing there. I'll let you guys talk. I escaped to my room. Shortly after, there was a knock on the door. Come in. Ryan peeked in and my heart did a little flip. Ryan.
Sky, I get it. When my mom passed, it was hard watching Dad move on. It didn't mean he loved her any less. I know my mom would want him to be happy.
Maybe you're right. But everything changed so suddenly. It felt like I was losing her too. And why didn't you tell me Zane was your uncle? Is that why I've never been inside your house?
Well, you hated him so much. I thought if you knew, I'd lose you.
But I lost you anyway.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I?
Ryan pulled me into a hug and I felt all my sadness wash away. Did you tell your uncle it was me?
Do you want me to?
A mischievous glint sparkled in his eyes. No! I shouted a bit too loud and he laughed. Thanks for keeping my secret.
Anytime.
Did you mean it when you said you loved me?
Every single word. I'm sorry I broke things off, but if you'll have me, I'd love to try again.
Yes, I'd like that. My heart soared. And Ryan, I love you too. And just like that, everything felt a little brighter. There was a knock on the door and Mom came in.
Ryan, can I have a minute with her?
Ryan squeezed my hand and left Mom and me alone. Mom, I'm sorry for acting the way I did. When I saw you were moving on from Dad, I thought you'd move on from me too. I was so scared, Mom. Mom's eyes watered as she hugged me tight.
Oh, darling, how could I ever not love you? We'll even keep your dad's memory alive, I promise.
So does this mean you'll stop dating men from Tinder? Mom's face flushed.
Honey, I never dated anyone from Tinder. A friend of mine suggested the app and I downloaded it, but I never used it.
So how did you find all those men to go out with?
It was all Mr. Thompson telling me that it was time to get back out there. He set me up on blind dates. That's how I met Zane.
Then, as Mom made her way to the door, she looked back with a grin on her face.
I guess we both snagged some hotties.
Mom! While Mom was getting dressed up, I slipped into the kitchen. Do I like Zane? Not yet, but I was willing to give him a chance.